Keep it pyro.
Sounds of a big record called Pride by our special guest Chrom in the building. What's good, brother?
Oh my gosh, blessings, greetings. I'm so glad just to be here. Thank you so much, you guys, for having me here.
Real powerful message in that song right there.
Real talk, my bro, real talk. I think it had to be done.
Yeah,
So
man.
tell us why you made that.
Oh, well, there's a few things basically, but I think the stabbings, the killings, seeing literally mothers just crying their eyes out, bro. And it's a thing where, I don't know, man, I just said to myself, do you know what? At the time, I had different songs that I wanted to, same kind of concept, which is uplifting, but it wasn't as deep as that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's two youths. There's a youth that got killed in Wood Green, basically, you get me?
Yeah.
And then, bruv, like, a few, man, and it was like, nah, but I don't care, man, I don't care. Obviously, there's a stigma on conscious music for some reason, that if you're saying something positive, it's dead, it's boring.
Yeah.
I didn't care about none of that, personally.
Yeah.
I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna, this is it. First single, I ain't been out in a while. I ain't done nothing in a while.
Yeah.
So people that said, well, do you wanna go for like the pop or for the, trying for the charts, all of that stuff, like, Nah, man. Like, I just had to just get that out, bro. For real, from my heart.
Why do you think there is that kind of stigma with conscious, quote unquote, conscious music?
Do you know where it is? A lot of the times, like before, it would have been how the concept is being. So, for instance, conscious would have been seen as man talking about the stars and the mothership in space, and you see what I'm saying?
And they put that in a bracket, but it's not really.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand the level. So obviously, people's like, I don't know about conscious. I don't know what really that is. But I think we're getting to that a time now where people want to hear something that makes a bit of sense, like you're saying something. Yeah. Not when you're forcing it down people's throats and trying to say, yo, this is how you should live your life. I ain't trying to do none of that.
No.
Do you see what I'm saying to you? But I think what it is, the most important thing is vibe. So the beat, if you listen to the beat, it will catch you.
I was gonna say, so it's still upbeat.
Upliftment, man. If you play that in a club, I guarantee you it will still give you that ugly face.
I can't lie. I was thinking this beat's kind of hard. I was Shackman to this beat still. No, this beat's hard though.
Yeah, for real. So I just thought to myself, all right, cool. And then obviously, like, apart if you take away what I'm actually saying, I'm giving you a bit of flow. I'm giving you a bit of vibiness. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I'm saying something.
Don't you feel like that's kind of things have kind of changed a little bit in that kind of way, because in America they got Kendrick and J. Cole. Over here, Dave and Stormzy got songs talking about Grenfell and all that stuff.
I have to send a big shout out to Stormzy and to Santander. Why Stormzy? When I heard "Blinded by Your Grace" on a radio, I heard it on Capital. I nearly crashed my car, bro.
Wow.
I literally nearly crashed my car. I couldn't believe
what was
that. Thank God I didn't. But just like, I'm thinking, what? Like, what's going on here? Yeah. So I was just like, and what I'm saying, shout to Stormzy, one, he didn't have to do that. And what we're saying about the stigma of doing something. Remember, he's coming from like a bit of gritty, bit raw, to Blinded by Your Grace, bro. Thanks to the Most High. So sometimes people would have thought in his ear, if he was to come to certain people and say, yo, you know what, I'm thinking about releasing this track, you know. I guarantee you some people, maybe even in this camp or the label he signed with, would have been like, ooh, we don't know. You know what I mean? But I think I have a side of me that was more for him. I wouldn't have put that out.
These times here, what we've realized though, I feel like, is that them man never knew what they was talking about. Never, ever. Them people in the record labels and in them offices, they never knew what they was talking about. They was always wrong.
Well, it's how you see. So for instance, I see art. When I go in the studio, if I'm gonna start writing, if I hear a beat and I'm gonna do some work, I'm not thinking money or charts. Now, if an A&R is in that session, he's thinking money and charts. Yeah. So what that can do is it interferes with your creativity.
Yeah, of course.
Do you see what I'm saying?
But they don't even understand what's popular.
Do you know what? How they work is what they see
has been popular.
That's what they want to go for. It's something when the work's already been done. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying Public Enemy sold. Them man sold records and tours.
They did.
So I don't know.
Do you know what? We're talking about the difference between London and America. Remember, America's like 52 states. Yeah. Houston, Texas. You can fit the whole of England, bro. I said the whole of England.
Bunch of times.
Birmingham, Scotland, England.
Yeah.
But what Ireland, bring Ireland into that. Fits in Houston, Texas about how many times? About 7 times or something mad like that.
Yeah.
The whole of England. So when you think of that, we only have London. If you really think of it. So if you're in Man U, you're in Birmingham, you're in Leeds, and you want to get on, where people mostly telling you to come?
London.
Yeah.
So in America though, a man could be in Atlanta, not necessarily have to go to New York.
And be big in his own state and still be
Come on,
selling
because one of his states is London.
thousands and millions of records, whatever.
You see what I'm saying? So that's one. 2, we really don't, like how I see it, a lot of, especially now with all this downloading and all that stuff, it comes down to people supporting music. And I think what the label always thinks is, well, who's buying music?
But I feel like the new wave in England is as a result of the internet. It's like, it's not a result of
Definitely.
anyone in any office.
Yeah.
The internet just was like, yo, we'll just take what we want.
We want.
We're gonna ignore you lot,
Yeah.
we have been, and
Yeah.
and now it's got so that now that's why you've got people like Stormzy able to
That's
just talk
right.
about what he wants.
Yeah,
People like
they're in a
Dave able to
position
just
to.
talk about what
Right.
they
Yeah.
want.
That's right.
Because they're not reliant upon any guy in the office.
That's right. And do you know what the guys in the office now had to do? They're like, oh snap, it seems like they might not need us no more.
Yeah.
Oh snap, what do we do? So that's the reason why, if you notice, the industry's it's shrinking.
Yeah. But they're throwing a lot of deals at people now because they're like, yo, we need them. We need some artists. Like a lot of rappers getting signed, a lot of young urban artists, quote unquote, again.
But a lot of them got power in their deals because they're already popular when they get signed.
Yeah.
So you can demand. You can say, well, no, actually, I want things to go that way. But, well, it all depends what they're.
I want to Blinded by the Lights on my album. You get me?
Bro.
man.
Can I tell you something? It's upliftment in it, and we need that right now in the scene. And for the system, I just want to say this quickly. I heard something on BBC trying to blame. Seeing the music is responsible for a lot of the things going on.
But that was a question definitely coming up. So
Yeah, bro,
let's
come on.
touch
I'm like, yeah, bro, come on, like, you know what I mean?
Do you believe that the music is responsible for the violence that we're seeing lately?
Nah, man. And I think, do you know what? That's an excuse. I'll tell you why it's an excuse. First, we need to talk about the situations and conditions that some of these people are in. These young brothers that's in. Alright? And if we don't address that, then it's like, say, you have a tree, the root is bad. The root's messed up. But now we start blaming the apples. Well, look at these apples, but hold on. We need to go to the root and understand why the apples are rotten. So what the system and the government is trying to do, it's all excuses, bro. It's because I've got in one of my tunes where I say there's more bookies on the high. There's no more youth clubs, just bare bookies on the high roads.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, bro.
No,
There's bare bookies on the high roads right now. So what I'm seeing is if the Theresa May, whoever's responsible for like certain funds or how the communities are doing, Grenfell Town, what did she do? She ran out of there, bro.
Yeah, of course.
A bit of pressure. She ran out. Like, don't run out.
Yeah.
Like, don't. Like, you know the level. Don't run out. Like these
Talk to people.
Talk to them.
Find
bro.
out.
Like, what's up? Be brave.
Yeah.
No matter, even if they're coming at you hard, let them know that you can. When you run out,
That's like, you don't.
man's gonna go on the mic and he's gonna make the grittiest tune. Why? Because that's what he's living. He's near enough accepted that road life and this thing right here is all I have. Now you, Theresa May, who actually you could help by giving opportunities to these communities, go in there, talk to them, see what's going on. You could actually make a man think differently. They say, well, you know what? I don't need a shot. I don't need to walk around with a knife. I can actually have self-confidence within myself. But if you're telling them they're criminals, you're telling them, nah, look at the crime, look what they're talking about, you're not helping me? Who are you? You got to your big ass mansion, pardon my French, living good, eating caviar and all of these things, while we're out here eating chicken and chips, bruv. And you want to judge us how we're living? We already got strikes, we already got, a record. So that means we can't get a job. Like, so what do we do? So if a man's got music and he can spit, what do you think he's gonna talk about?
Yeah, of course.
And a lot of it is more useful than it is like damaging. A lot of man getting out.
What do you think the agenda is with them blaming the music?
Well, again, that's the point I'm trying to make. They don't want to help. If I don't give a shit, just to pardon my French, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But the best way to par you off is find your fault and blame you for it.
Yeah. And then you blame yourself.
Then see when I do that, and if I could convince you that you're wrong.
That's what's been driving me nuts because
A lot
I
of
was
people
talking
been
about this
buying
online.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like in the hip hop community, and there's rappers, people I watch, like I come up watching as rappers, and they're on the internet blaming other rappers blaming parents.
Yeah.
It drove me crazy. I was like,
well, do you know what? Can I see something? Coming out to parents, I'm a realist. I'm a realist, man. I look at things, I things. I think for myself. Very important. When it comes to parents, one thing I will say, we need to, like, in our community, especially I would say in the black community, we need to, like, focus on relationships.
Yeah.
So see, like me myself, when we're young, we need to start. If you see a girl and it's gonna reach that point where you want to sleep with her, start to think to yourself, would this be someone I want to have a child with and spend the rest of my life with? See, if you don't start thinking that, what happens is we just want to beat. So when you beat, a lot of the times out of that, a child comes out of that, bro. So what happens when you're beating a chick and who you never thought you want to settle down with, and now she's pregnant, bro? What do you do? We duck out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, and when that happens, now she's single mother, raising this youth. If it's a boy, and we all know it takes a village to raise just one boy.
Yeah.
So she's raising a boy, he's in the bits, no male figure, which is a balance which we need in the household. What you're doing is you've already given that child an unfair chance, bro. Now you're talking to someone who comes from a dysfunctional home. I know what I'm talking about. I know sometimes I think, what's the point of my mum or my dad bringing me here if he's not gonna raise me? What's up with that? What's the point though? You see what I'm saying? So all of these young youths that's in the streets, like on the mic, spitting bars, like people saying, oh, it's the music. No, he's coming from a dysfunctional home. His heart's full of pain. He wants love, but then his pride, hence the tune.
It's a cycle though to me. I always look at the parent, like, you know, the parent having children young in a situation where they're not ready to maybe raise children. They're victims of it too.
It's another symptom of the same problem.
It's just a cycle, bro. So when do we, as I'm saying, that's what I'm saying now, and I passed it on to everyone. I tell everyone this, especially people who ain't got children. And I said to them, settling down is the most important thing you can do, bro. Sounds boring.
Obviously, you could just say, like, improve your pull-out game or whatever, but these times, no, settling down.
You know what, yeah? You see that pull-out game's dead. You got a thing called pre-cum.
Yeah, but bruh, I was just joking.
Cool. No. I had this conversation not too long ago, and a man's chopped that on me. Like, bro, my pull-out game on the next thing, always.
Now, to be honest, I don't believe in pulling out.
There you go, man. Just be safe. And
I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah, man. You know what? He's great. He's so great.
Always.
But yeah, man. Man. It's you know what? It's just love, and that.
Do you see any solutions, like, for what can be done to help these youths right now, and what do you think can be done to, like, improve the conditions?
It's an individual thing, my bro. It's an individual thing. I think every individual for themselves. Forget what the outside influence is. What do you think for yourself, bro? If we can start thinking for ourselves, that's the first change. Sometimes people think, well, what's the point of me changing? Because the world can't change anyway. Like, no, don't be worried about the world. Worry about your input, your contribution, where you want to be. So if you start thinking differently, and we all start thinking differently, because we all know what's wrong and what's right, bro. You could talk to the most road man here, bro, and he will tell you, yeah, I know money's the root of evil. But he will lick you down for that money though. But he's already told you that money's the root of evil. So a lot of the time it comes down to an individual. It comes down to people just don't care what people think of you. Drop the pride, drop the ego, and say to yourself, you know what? I actually want something better for myself. And sometimes it's hard because people don't want to be laughed at. Everyone wants to fit in. You need to get to that point where
it's hard to say what you really want, because then when someone says no, you can't have it, it actually hurts your feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but if you're an individual, you're strong-minded, you have an aim, you know where you see yourself, that's the most important thing. You never worry or care what people think or say about you. And you see, if you can get to that point, I swear to you, my bro, that's the time where you start conquering, you start flying, and no one can touch you. But the time where you want to fit in, we're gonna keep having crime. The time where you want to prove something, we're gonna keep having a crime. The time where you don't want to think for yourself, we're gonna keep having a crime. We're gonna keep having the gang wars. Like, we're gonna keep having ends. I get postcode wars. Man dying over a postcode. That's what I'm saying. This pride tune's the next thing, you know. You dying over a postcode. We pay taxes and rent, bro. It's not. If it was free, if my man's living for free on my road, I'd be repping my roads. That's government looking after me around here, you know. But that's not the case. We know that's not the case. You're paying rent, you're paying tax. Matter of fact, the system, majority of the time, they will like you. So what the hell are you repping? What are you doing that for?
And it's so localized right now.
Well,
you got roads fighting the next
bro,
road.
I'm from North London. All right, so Edmonton, Tottenham, Wood Green.
Oh yes,
these are my home. These are my home. But right now, for the young youths right there, you got man that's in Tottenham, beef with man in Wood Green.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about no lip. I'm talking about man's dying behind this, bro. Bro, this is neighbours, bro.
Down the road from each other.
Literally down the road, bro. And matter of fact, the shopping cities are in Wood Green.
Yeah. So you gotta go there.
How the hell you get your crepes? Man's gotta go way out to go and get crepes.
And they got beef with the Edmonton man, so they can't even go all the way that way.
Yeah, bro. It's real, bro. This is what inspired Pride, bro.
Yeah.
This is what inspired that tune. When I see man getting shot, getting stabbed, and the saddest thing about it is the young brothers have become desensitized, dehumanized, bro. Where it's nothing. Well, he's dead, he's dead. Man turned Draco. If he dies, he dies. You know them one, and no countryman don't care. Is that the community we're in? So the system needs to jump in. We can't blame them because right now they have no hope. So you can't go to a man who's lost friends already and try and tell him put down this and don't. You can't tell him that. So how else can we help him? The system needs to get involved. The system needs to give more opportunities to them.
I think that's so important that you've just touched on there. How do you help them? Because most of the time, none of the media and the people that are talking on this are actually trying to help that the youth that are doing the crime. It's like, that's a monster. Push them away from society. How's that gonna help anything?
Ain't gonna help nothing, man. And do you know what it is? You ask the question, the agenda, and that in every time when we talk or we're dealing with the system, there's always an agenda, bro. And like sometimes I don't want to go all the way into the whole conspiracy theorists and stuff. You get me? But I do think, as I said before, and there's certain things I see, I'm like, no, man, there's something's up here, bro. Like something's up. So if we deal with the benefit system, where if a woman has to majority of the time lie that the dad's not around for her to get help from the government.
That's happened to people I know.
I don't even want to hook myself up, but it happened to me.
All of us.
And then when me and my baby mother separated, I'm effed because I don't exist. So like, I walk in the housing like, yo, you're gonna rehouse me. Like, who are you?
Who are you? Literally, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Telling you, well, you're not priority is what they will tell you, bro. So a lot of the time, the system has agendas, bro. And it's affecting the youth. So if that's the case, and your dad's got to be lying that he's not staying up in the yard and all of that, that's going to start affecting the relationship. You can't put your things up in. I've been there, bro. You know the one that I can't put all my shoes out. you know the one that man's got to live in a suitcase. Like, hey, bro, it's mad. So, but I just think,
and it's so common as well.
It's common, bro. It's common. So I just think what we got to do right now, in all honesty, us as artists, all we can do is try and inspire and influence, bro, in the best way that we can. Like, you can't, what's the word? You can't throw gasoline already on the fire. Is that the same? So basically, things already, it's messed up. It's heated on the streets. So what some of us artists can do, let's not dash the fuel.
Fuel on the fire.
Let's not fling that there because the fire's blazing already.
Hard.
But I understand the minute if we're earning as an artist, if you start to earn a bit, and we're touring, and we're doing shows, our concept then has to kind of change a bit more. So when the younger youths that's there seeing you flying, because remember, if the youths seeing you flying and doing shows about and radio and all of that stuff, but then sometimes you're still talking about our laying man down. What would happen is the youths are thinking, well, I could still be laying man down and still get to that point where man's at right now. Do you see what I'm saying?
And that's not the case in England. There's too much CCTV. Man got DNA. Man don't think they're in America. It's not like that.
It's not
all them rappers are getting locked up.
They're catching everyone. It's like no one. All the drill rappers are doing long birds.
Yeah, look, and that's a setup. When I heard that, now that pissed me off. Pardon my French. That upset me, bro.
The part where they basically brought in a legislation or a thing to tell those artists that they're not allowed to make music. How did you feel about that?
Bro, how did I feel about that? That was the most evilest thing, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's like me messing up all your opportunities that you have. And then I bun you out on top of that, and then you trying to do something to actually say, well, because it's a cry out. It's a cry out. When these youths, it's a cry out. But do you think these youths want to die?
No, of course not.
But do you think, you see the second verse on Pride, and I don't think a lot of people paid attention to that second verse, because that's the deepest verse on the tune. I wrote that from the perspective of a killer. Someone's already killed. Like cold sweat every time you sleep at night. You feel like his ghost is passing you by. But when you're around your friends, you got them stripes, you gassed up, you think you're the guy. But none of them know you can't sleep at night. Since that day, nothing ain't been right. Now you're getting high on your supply. Look in the mirror, you feel something gotten inside like, whoa. Now you're accepting it. Blacked out, you can't see in the light. You can't go nowhere, got to sleep with a 9, got shot once, then you got 2 more times. Whoa. And you're still alive? And if that right there in a sign, you must not be up to the time of just Ray Charles and Stevie combined. So, bruv, people, a youth that's not killed yet, you're looking at a man, some man that's actually put in work.
Yep.
Bruv, they can't, it's mad for them, you know.
Yeah, it's trauma.
Some of them don't like to be alone.
Yeah. I was a counsellor a long time ago in Feltham. And a lot of them, man, they can't sleep, they're on a mad one. Because people think you can just catch a body and be easy. No. But it's not like the movies, you know what I'm saying?
It's not like the movies, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like the movie. So a lot of the time, if a man's not thinking that, it's a man. Look at in America, all these youths on lean. Chief Keef and all them. But do you know why the man on lean? Because the man has killed people, bro.
Yeah.
And also
antidepressants.
and they're from like third world poverty over there. Like.
Bro, the man has actually done stuff, so they have to be high.
Yeah.
They have to be with friends. They have to accept what I said. You look in the mirror, you feel something gotten inside. So when you see a lot of these man with the guns on the videos, on tunes, doing all of that, they've accepted it. Why? Because that's the only way they can say, well, F it then. I've done it. I'm going for all these demons, these fights. Well, F it then, innit? If it means I have to kill more, I'm going to kill more.
Yeah.
You know?
So say those kids we're talking about now, you're obviously putting out this record to spread a message. So you got their attention. What do you say to them? What is the message you try and get across to them personally about what they're going through?
Man, do you know what it is? Can I tell you something? You have to raise your head up, and as I said before, don't follow the crowd. It's easy. I know when you're in the bits, it's hard to think of other things, like what can I do? But a lot of these youths that's shotting, that's in the bits, but a lot of them are talented with their hands. Yeah. Mechanics, engineers, plumbers, carpentry.
Yeah.
Bro, the man that you see working on Virgin, a bagger man come out of jail and go work for Virgin, you know, and go work for Sky and BT and everything, in a van. Proper road man, reformed criminal. You were literally that same way, but he's got his 9 to 5 now.
Like, he has to pay the rent.
Gardeners and horticulturists as well. I know a bunch of them man as well.
Like it's normal, innit? It's not a thing to be looked down on.
Yeah, don't none of that. But we have to look. We have to work. We have to work, we have to survive, we have to earn. I get it. Like for the brothers though, that's actually got things on their charts, but where they can't be hired. The job won't hire them.
On their record.
The system now needs to come in and help. We need to find a way, bro. We need to because some of these man is genuine. They're sorry, bro, but because of the past and what you've got written down on there, it's affecting them to move on with their life. So some of them, what do you think they say? I'll just go back on the roads then.
Yeah. So where the system doesn't really kind of support with that, do you think we can change the system and so that it will or pressure it to?
Wow, he went fully. Can we check? You know what? I love that. I'm not gonna lie.
Call it revolutionary
I love
Nova.
that. Yeah. I love that. But I think for us to get there, remember we're going against people who have a whole heap of technology and weapons and all sorts of things. And I'm not just talking about a gun, pow. No, I'm talking about they have some next type of weapons that is just there to frame or freeze your brain or all this stuff is real, bro. So targeted individual, I don't know if you guys have heard of all these things. People who call themselves a target individual, where they can implant thoughts or send thoughts into their heads to kill yourself or but it's madness. So for us to go against the system, the only way we could make change, bro, is if we change ourselves. If we change ourselves and if we know how to conduct ourselves, the system will think twice how they deal with us. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But they don't, at the moment, they're all over the place, bro.
Is that what you meant by like focus on the individual?
Yes, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's it, bro. So then we could, every man, it will start to make sense. Not me trying to convince you why you should live a righteous life or why you should actually see, you know what? Forget living all that road stuff, bro. Come, do it the right way. I don't have to convince you. I want you for it to make sense to you. For you to see it for yourself. For you to feel it and you be like, raw. No offense, but even as people right here, that's some serious people that I know. That's right here, my people, that's right here. And they're doing different things, bro. Different things, filming into cameras and all of that. But before, these were serious people, bro. So the point I'm trying to make is, we can change. Like, man could change. Man could step away and say, you know what? I don't mean I'm gonna take nonsense, because that's the thing what people think for some reason. If you change, oh, I'm a wimp. No, none of that, bro.
No.
It's none of that, bro. It just means that you're not trying to put yourself in trouble, because the system's already set there for you to fail.
Yeah, we was even saying that on the other show when we was discussing knife crime. Like, even if you have done something, like you might stab someone, you might have done a crime, it don't mean that's all you are.
Exactly.
You're not just stuff
Bro,
you've done.
I love for you to say that, because you know what it is? The system tells them that, like, especially if you've gone, like, say, Feltham, the system really starts to tell you that, you're a failure.
Yeah.
Without words, though. You know the system's mad. There's a way
yeah.
it'll make you feel like, well, I'm a failure.
Yeah.
Well, I just stabbed man. Is that all I am?
Yeah.
Like, in the head, though. This
Or even just, I'm from this estate. You know what I'm saying? Not even necessarily anything that extreme.
Bro,
just,
I'm just from this estate. Where I'm from already has this reputation.
Yeah.
I might as well just go along with it then.
Yeah.
So the last thing I want to say, whoever's listening, like, don't lose faith in it. Like, trust me, like, my story's mad. Like, the things that I've been through is nuts. Like, it's mad, innit? And I'm still here and I'm standing. So, and the only reason why I'm standing is because I didn't care what people thought of me. If I cared what people thought of me, then I don't know where I'd be in it. Like, just something. But because I didn't care about none of that, I had faith, I had love. I don't know, bruv. Life makes sense. Life is a beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah, man.
But sometimes when you're trapped in a little box, it could make you hate your own life. It could make you just not have no hope and run out of hope just by in your state that you're living in, bro. It can kill your hope. Think that where am I gonna go? Like, where am I gonna go? If you went to gigs years back, you told gigs that one day you're gonna tour the world. Do you think he would have listened to you?
Yeah, straight.
Do you know where I'm from? Tour what world, bro?
Yeah.
You see where I'm from? You see the life I'm living, bro?
Yeah,
Tour what? And he's doing it, bro.
He's doing it.
Now
and he's an
now
example.
He's employing people from Petco.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I love.
Yeah,
now he's
man.
doing it, because if they had to shut him down, which they did try to do many times, but if they had said, put him in jail and said, you're not allowed to make music for the next 3 years.
Well, he would have killed a bag of. Well, then he would have been a. Like, you see, so that's the agenda right there.
Yeah,
for the
course.
system.
Yeah, of course.
That's right there, bro. If you really want, who's gaining off a crime, bro? These are the questions we need to ask. Because someone is.
A couple of my cousins. I'm just joking.
But no, you know what? I have to say this.
I'll say no. The fraudsters and the growers now play.
You know what? Because you remember, you got the foot soldiers. All right. I had in one of my bars where I said that the same man that's putting the work on the street, is the same man that's giving out jersey numbers.
Okay.
And
I see what
you see what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
But if we really go to cocaine and crack, if we want to go there, the way how those things came into certain neighborhoods, not just in America, bro. I'm talking about in London too.
Yeah.
It's from the system, bro. It's from the government.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and it's been proven.
That's
No, for sure. Even like certain gang wars are started by like people being paid for by
Bro, the first time when the Bloods and the Crips had peace and they actually got along, first time they had peace, do you know who started that war again? Was an undercover feds, bro. That went in the Crip neighborhood and gonna shoot someone, bro. In a red.
I know we're getting too deep. It's come like a weed conversation.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the music real quick.
Yeah, bro, we need to go.
There was something you said right when you first come about executives and like how they see the music.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's your first number one, because I know you got a couple hits out here.
Yeah, 2 number ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
That's what we touched on earlier.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
More
man.
than certain people that left boy bands in there. These times, your first one, I swear Dizzy had just left his label.
Well, he was sort of kind of with Excel. Like, and in all honesty, I did not know his contract with Excel, the depthness of that.
Yeah.
But what I can say is that he did have his own label, which was Dirty Stank.
Yeah.
And
So did that come out on Dirty Stank?
yeah, bro. I mean, when Darcy became number one, our first number one, I think that was the first time in 14 years since an independent label had a number one record, bro.
Wow, that's amazing.
Like, it was amazing, bro.
He said the labels didn't want him to release that kind of music.
Yeah,
they wouldn't allow him when he was trying.
Do you know what it is? That's something that I know Diz could fully go on. But what I can say is come on, man. Whenever someone invests their money in something, bro, and they invested their money for a reason on what you was doing at the time is why they invested their money into you. But we're artists, bro. You can't. You
want to do more.
Come on, bro. I want to do more. I want to I'm an artist. You can't restrict me with your paycheck. And obviously, Dizzy's a very strong-minded person, bro. Like, strong personality. So obviously, it's like, well, if that's the case, then I got my label. I just release it through my label then. and Haiti, bruv, history, bro.
There you go. It was number one,
History,
and then he had a bunch of number ones.
All from the label. To a dirty extent. All those.
How did the
number ones,
record come about? The thing with Dizzy, I always think is he don't work with loads of people.
Yeah,
so
man.
it's kind of dope to
Yeah,
have
that
you've
was
got a
weird to
record
see a
with him.
collaboration.
Shout out to Footsie, shout out to DEE. And this is what I was saying before about my story, bro. How I met Footsie and DEE, I was a car cleaner, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Valeting cars. I used to be a car valeter. Like, you see
Go
what
on.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was in Forest Gate, obviously working. I'm a man full of vibes. As you can see, I'm very animated.
Yeah.
And like, you get me? Like, and just working, bro. Vibing, met that Footsie, DEE, them all the time, but all just bust joke and all of that. And then one day I'm like, I'm an artist, you know. Like, I said to Footsie, he's like, bro, I can sing, you know. Like, I can sing. This is what I do. And then Footsie's like, he laugh, because he's always seen me in dirty clothes, bro. Like, the man has never seen me in clean clothes yet.
Like, always at work.
Bro, I'm at my work, bro. So, like, and I'm always busting joke, innit? So I know Footsie probably thought, yeah, bro, I got to make something. That boy put on the beat. Man put on the beat, I start singing. And then shout out to Elder Waz, who's Footsie's dad, you get me? Because he was there at the time, and he was like, yo, like, you're to a bud. Like, you get me? Like, you're to a bud. Yeah. He's like, no, that you. And like, Footsie's like, raw. Like, yo, I'd say, yeah, but I'm on this thing, bro. I do music, you get me? And then obviously at the time, I didn't know he was signed to Dirty Stank, though. I didn't know that he had the link with this. I didn't know none of that. And obviously one day, he just called me, he's like, I think it's like 3 months after like that whole me telling that, like, rare. Man calls me, come studio. And I just thought, oh, bro. At first, I actually cancelled. I felt sick. Do you get me? And then my girl who I was with at the time, she was like, well, just go. Because I was working with so many producers at that time, bro. I had tons of music. And I just thought, I want my music to get out there now. I'm tired of working on tracks and just staying on people's computers. You get me? Like, I just thought, I'm working, I've got enough producers, but my girl's like, what, just go. I mean, so then I shot him back and I was like, you know what, Foots, I'll come link you in it. So I went to go link him, but I took my girl's Ford Fiesta. 98 plate, bruv, yeah? Low on E, bruv. Like, trust me, petrol's low. Like, from Edmonton all the way to Forest Gate. Imagine that, fam. Drive down there thinking, alright, studio. Bruv, I get there, boom. I see Footsie come out of his house. Say, alright, come, let's go. I'm thinking, bruv, the studio's in the yard. Like, we'll go. And Footsie's like, bruv, come in it. Like, drive behind me. But I didn't say this to him, you get me? Shout out to Foots. But I didn't say nothing to him. But in my heart, I was thinking, look, I ain't got no petrol in my car.
Too far.
Where man's looking to take me? But Lewisham. Lewisham, bro. Man ended up in South, bro. Anyway, he's got to South. Walked up, went into the studio, and obviously, like, I've recorded in so many studios, you get me? Shout out to all my dons that we've been there, like, from the beginning, like, putting a sock on the mic and all of that, like, all of that, like, I know the levels of studios, innit? But when I went into this studio, like, levels, obviously, the guy at the time, Nick, was Dizzy's manager. I didn't know at the time, but at the time, I just saw this big dude with a platinum chain. Like, do you know how I know it was a platinum chain? Because I used to buy the fake ones from Oxford Circus. Like, you know them ones that I used to rock a bag of them. So when I saw his one, I was like, okay, that's the real thing. This ain't no Oxford Circus type of thing for the tourists. This is the real thing man's rocking, you get me? And then obviously from that, it was just not too long after that with vibing. I had my demo. I was thinking, why is Footsie not giving my demo to this guy? Because this guy looks like but look at the studio, look at the houses on top, and then the studio was under. I ain't never seen a layout like that. So I knew I was somewhere like, this is a good look, but I don't really. So we're waiting, and eventually Dizzy walks in, bro. Bruv, it's mad, fam. I see him walk, I'm thinking, raw, bruv, in my head. Like, obviously, I had to be cool in it, but in my head, I was thinking, that's Dizzy, bro. That's Dizzy Rascal, fam. Like, that's mad, isn't it? Like, raw, Dizzy, normal. But obviously, I had to play it cool. I'll go on Dizzy. Yeah, and all that. But yeah, bro. And then obviously, I had written hooks for the Newham Generals, which was Footsie, Monk, and DEE.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, so I had a couple tunes with them. So when we started to tour, I was just like, obviously I would just do tracks with the Newham Generals, like, just what I'm saying to you. But obviously as time went on, Dizzy was like, boy, you know what, I see the passion in your eyes, you know. I see the passion in your eyes. You understand? Because I used to make tours driving behind them, bro. Like, you don't know, I don't think you heard what I just said to you, bro. Performing, like, drive all the way to Scotland in my girl's Ford Fiesta, bro. When I said that to them, I'll make that tour, they laughed. They thought, I said, bro, I'm gonna make that tour, bro. I did. I serviced that car, brother. Filters change, everything, you get me?
Yeah.
So I think from that, Dizzy realised that, bro,
he's on this
thing, bro. I think a couple months ago, because I toured about a year and a half with this before one day he called me. He's like, come studio. You get me? That's Diz. I just finished work, Diz. I've literally just finished work. I'm tired. Like, you get me? He's like, fam, I'll put £200 in your petrol tank right now to come to the studio.
Okay.
I'm there, I'm coming. ain't no £200 coming out, that's alright, right? I'll come out there, alright, cool, say nothing. So obviously I went up there and Dizzy had his verse, but it wasn't done. You know, just like the guidelines that he just put down, he just recorded. And then obviously Calvin had his part, if I'm my own, and the little break where you hear me sing on the dance with me, it was just there. So then Nick, which was Dizzy's man, he was like, this is where we want you, bro. I was like, oh, alright, cool, nothing. Heard it, put the headphones on, mumbled the melody, went behind the mic, mumbled it, put the melody down. I came round, and Nick, which is Dizzy's man, was like, alright, let's put words to it then. So we just start putting words to the melodies that I've done. Bro, left, bro, didn't think nothing of that, bro. I think a week after that, Diz calls me, bruv, video. Alright, cool, let's go and do the video. Normal. Done the video, cool, still working. Another week after that, Diz calls me, come back to the studio. Come studio. Alright, cool, I just finished work, I'm coming there now. Come to the studio. But when I went there, nobody was actually in the studio. As I said to you, Nick's studio was like, the studio's downstairs, and upstairs is a flat, his apartment. Beautiful, really nice in there. So everyone was upstairs. I'm thinking, what's going on? Alright, cool. Went upstairs, I see everyone sitting around the radio. You get me? And then I heard the DJ come, I can't remember who it was, but he's like, at the time, and I just can't stop myself away. You know that Neo tune? That was number one at the time, you get me? And I heard the man say, so we're gonna find out if Dizzy, Calvin Harris and Chrom have knocked Neo off the #1 charts.
Right.
Oh, what the
Well, you never see it coming before that.
But I don't know what, bruv, that was just seemed surreal. Just that whole moment, bro. Like, you get me? I'm thinking, what the hell did I just hear? We're gonna find out after we come back from commercial break. Hang up. So I'm quiet now. My head's down. I'm just zoning in. I'm thinking, did I just hear what I'm hearing? Like maybe, and then he comes back. Yes, they've done it. Dizzy's #1. Calvin, Chrom, they're #1.
Wow.
What? Bro, mad, right? Bro, so obviously the touring and all of that stuff, boom, 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 that done well, awesome. Get to see the world, bro. It was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And then obviously after that, Dizzy done Bonkers. Yeah. And after he done Bonkers, same thing. He calls me again. Yo, come studio. Alright, we're studio. It was Holiday, alright, which was his third #1. And that I went there again. Same thing. I heard Dizzy's verses, and I just start mumbling the hook, the melody. And they doing nothing out of the way, out of the way. Record it, Nick, come down. Just start putting words to it. Bro. Left the studio, not thinking nothing of it again. Like, you see what I'm saying, bro? Normal, bro. I'm at the Wireless Festival. I'm at one of the Wireless Festivals. We're about to go on stage, and Nick comes to me. He's like, "This is a hit, bro." Like, he was just like, "This is a hit. This is gone. This is clear gone." Okay, no worries, bro. Finished the festival, left. We entered the charts, bro. Like, we're #1, bro.
#1.
Like #1, bro. I could have, but obviously at that time, I kind of, bro. Like, I kind of just wanted to take a step out of music by that point, because there was a lot of things going on. Just what I'm saying to you, which I won't really get into all of that stuff. But yeah, bro. It was an amazing feeling, an amazing vibe. Trust me, bro.
Something a lot of people haven't lived, man. So it's big up for that, man.
Bro, for real.
And big up on the new record, all the same, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Before we wrap it up, what's the plan going forward? What's next?
Well, do you know what? In all honesty, I'm working on so many different stuff. Because basically, a lot of people, like my boy, I sent a track to my boy. He's right here, Pekka. Shout to my boy, mentioned right here, Pekka. My boy Pekka. Yeah, I sent a song to my boy, right? And I said, "Yo, P, I want you to get, if we can get an artist. Like, if we can get an artist who he's really cool with. If we can get one. Shout out to Ratlin, bro. Bring up to Ratlin, you get me? And then shout out to Ratlin. It was like, let's get him if we can get Ratlin. But the tune, in all honesty, like all the stuff that Ratlin jumps on, that's really not the type of tune he would jump on. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
That might be why it's great, though.
Well, I don't know, and I'm singing the hook, so it's actually a singing tune, you get me? So, but I remember sending it to my boy Pekka, man, and Pekka was like, "Who is this?" Because, like, obviously I had to remind him, I sing as well. Remember, he's in Pride, so he knows me as the rapping right now. And I think there's gonna be a lot of people that's not made that connection that actually I'm an artist all round. And my boys, my family here, Mono the Constitution, that was the first group that I was in, man. And that's why these people are so close to me, because these are my roots, where I'm coming from the start.
So you used to do the hooks, yeah?
Yeah, I was the hook guy, bro.
Captain Hook,
That was me, bro. I was the hook. And do you know what? One more thing. I was like, obviously the whole crew's not here, bro. Like, obviously shout out to Todd, bruv, DB Yossi, bruv. Oh my gosh, But I used to do a bit of singing and try and rap my like basically something that Bone Thugs and Harmony was doing.
Okay,
but when we
yeah,
was
yeah.
doing it, Mono the Constitution, when we was doing that, nobody in the UK was doing that.
Yeah, like they all doing it now.
We're like, it's mad. Everyone's doing it now, which is awesome. I'm like, good, you get me, sir. But there's more amazing things to come. That's just a definite thing. I'm doing a lot of writing as well for other people, other artists, and all of that. A lot's coming.
Big. Keep us in the loop, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
make sure you come back down when you
100%.
Yeah. And where can people find you? Where can people find the video?
So the video is on YouTube, Grime Daily. That's Pride. That's out there now. My Instagram is Chrom, but instead of an E, it's actually a 3, but it's still Chrom UK on Instagram. Yeah, getting used to all the social media stuff.
Yeah.
It's mad.
You got your name before Google, innit?
Yeah. Because when we was doing, when all of that stuff was going, there was no Instagram, but there was not even no good camera phones, bro.
Yeah.
To catch good pictures, like, you know what I'm running, bro. So obviously, I'm catching up now with the social media and all of that stuff, bro. So yeah, man. But amazing things coming.
All good, man. Big up special guest Chrom in the building. It's PyroRadio.com, the Flip Life Radio.
Keep it pyro.